coming here, reporting live from the boogie down bottom basement bitch bro.
Damn.
I'm here with another episode of Quick
How dare she?
where I ramble on for 15 minutes about sports news that no one cares about. You know what bothers me? You know what bothers me, everyone? It bothers me when people don't take social justice seriously. Good boy. Big baby.
Oh, man, my stomach.
We gotta wrap this up because everybody been talking for 26 minutes and 43 seconds about Aaron Rodgers, and it seems like Pete and Tay and Matt can't get on the same page. So I'm here.
Oh, shit. Hey, guys. Welcome to Tavia's Tea Time.
Oh, Lord. So we just all the way from the streets
I'm your
today.
host, Queen Tavia Regina. Matt, stop cutting me off. Matt, don't cut me off. You didn't ask me how I was doing this week.
You right.
Can you ask me how I'm doing this week?
You right.
Lord.
My bad.
Look, Dre, don't talk over me. Don't talk over me.
My bad.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Stick beside her. Ride or die.
I don't need you to stick beside me. I'm my own woman. I'm my own woman.
I know, Queen. I know, Queen. I know. Guys, it's me, Matt. You know, I'm sitting here with my hands
I'm done.
on my forehead. I just came out the shower, so my locks are a little dripping onto my shirt a little bit. Stay down. Daddy is recording. Sit down. Daddy is recording. That man.
Stephen A. Matt. Stephen A. Matt.
You gotta put some respect on his name.
Diamonds, what?
Pete. You know I don't want to hear shit all from nobody from the Bronx. Especially you know, damn sure you're not talking to me. They're gonna get duct tape and with the
Oh no.
Came here to say who won it from the jump. We came to get exactly what you want. Came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, we live, you know. We came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, the sports show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Yerrr Sports Show, take 2. I'm your host, Big
With
Baby.
no bath salts involved.
No bath salts involved at all.
Oh, are you gonna skate, sweetheart? Okay. Say hi to people. You don't like y'all.
I hate y'all. I swear to God, I hate y'all.
You don't like y'all. Now, Daddy trying to record Pookie, okay? So go sit down. We'll have Snuggles later.
I'm done.
Oh, man. Shout out to anybody who was listening to the first 15 minutes of the episode.
Anybody who survived
the first 15 minutes of the episode, yes. And for those who are listening, it will be up on YouTube in its full glory.
Even duct taped and
no, not that part.
No.
But I had to add it.
Yeah.
It was a part of one of your most memorable lines. There's something that I will never forget for the rest of my life.
Listen.
I
feel like Matt, all I'm saying, man, is you better live longer than Tay. You better live longer than Tay, because I kind of feel like if you go first, Tay gonna be giving the eulogy talking about, and I remember when Matt was talking, you know, you just gonna get up out your coffin and be like, I'm done.
I almost died just now.
You're not supposed to be laughing like this. When she said Juan Antonio Luis, I'm like, that's him. That's him.
That's him. That's him.
I wish I had 4 middle names. I got one.
That's so not
Oh,
Puerto Rican though.
Yeah.
come
You're
on.
white.
Well, it's
He
because you
said he's
got to.
from
Well, so
Queens.
what happened was my
Daniel.
grandfather's name. My grandfather's name was in Spanish, so my
Mhm.
grandfather's name would be said in complete Spanish. But my grandfather did not want to name my dad his name. So my
His
grandmother, in her eternal glory, my grandmother said, "Well, I'm still going to name him your name, but I'm going to do it in English." So she named him Peter instead of Pedro, and then I just got named after my dad because I'm a junior. So that's what happened.
But
It doesn't flow.
But
It
you're
doesn't
really a
flow
third.
as well in English.
Yeah, but you're really a third.
No, well,
So am
yeah.
I.
If you go, yeah.
So am I.
Well, no, I'm not. No, I'm not, because my grandfather's middle name was different.
Oh, okay.
My father's middle
Yeah,
name is different.
So
my
you're not.
grandfather was Pedro Juan Rosado. My dad is Peter
Oh,
Daniel Rosado.
it wasn't.
My father's middle name is Claude.
My
My
father's
father.
name is Anthony.
My father don't got no middle name.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
That's
father
old
doesn't.
school.
I feel like we learned a lot about Pete's whole come up. Found out he got raped as a child,
What?
by the prostitute. Y'all forgot the story?
Oh,
Oh my
my
god.
daughter said she remembers that story. Jesus Christ,
Exactly. Like y'all looking at me like I just said something that he didn't say on the air.
it scared me.
Yo.
No, the
Yeah, that was
prostitute.
crazy.
What
It
are
was
we doing here?
consensual.
I don't think it's. You know what?
Um,
No,
was
no,
paid for.
that's statutory for
it's very
sure.
I want
statutory.
to find that old hoe and slap the shit out of her and take her right down to the justice.
I'm almost certain she got a hole in her neck and got a vocoder. I'm almost certain. She's in the Bronx.
No, she was in Queens.
Even worse.
Mm-mm.
Cause
No,
my grandfather grew up in original Spanish Harlem
Pete,
on East
Pete,
100th Street and First Avenue,
Pete,
and
Pete,
so he
stop.
knew her from the old days in Spanish Harlem,
Pete, please
and
stop.
she ran a brothel in Queens.
I'm begging.
Shit.
Gotta relax. Like you gotta stop.
Oh,
It
this
was a
Like,
episode.
tradition. It
Yo,
was
this
a
episode
tradition.
just
oh my
just a
god.
bang. So
Oh
we're
my
gonna get in.
lord.
Listen, we're gonna get into the episode, and this week,
Are we doing quick hits? Because I think we
no,
can't
no,
top the first quick hits.
no. I don't think we can. I don't think we can. But
I think that
uh,
segment is dead now.
yeah,
No,
no, it will
can't.
be. It's gonna come back in 2023. But again, I told you guys I was making new stuff for everybody's everybody's, what's it called? Everybody's segment. So
Mm-hmm.
the new and improved pick 5, because that's what we will start with.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, it's only gonna last for like 4 weeks.
Hey, Matt finally got his picture on the graphic.
God
Fine.
damn, about time.
Listen, you got it right.
Yeah, it's only gonna be for like 4 weeks though.
I mean, yeah. I'll play the extra week for you, and then I have to go switch it to Peter. So
Well, I don't know. After this week, it's getting tight.
yeah, it get real tight when Peter has like it went
After
from
this,
I had a 7-game lead. Now I'm down to 6.
no, I only got a 4-game lead on second place, and third place is only 6 games behind. You know, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Listen, you
It
and
should be
Tay.
5. It should be 5 games behind.
No,
Hold on, you're in
it's
third
6
place.
because we did fix your pick. Tay went 5-0 this week, as did Dre. Both Tay and Dre went 5-0. So Tay went from 31-24 to 36-24.
Okay.
Dre went from 29 and 26 to 34 and 26. So Tay is now in second place, 4 games out of first. Dre is in third
I'm only
place,
behind
2
you 4
behind
games.
Tay. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I went both myself and Matt went 2 and 3. It's only a 4-game lead. I am 40 and 20. Tay is 36 and 24. Dre is 34 and 26. And Matt, unfortunately, 29 and 31. 2 games under 500.
I think it's very vital.
Doing just like your Green Bay Packers.
Hey, Matt, at least you have your picture on it now. We've been setting us on fire today.
She really showing her age today, I swear.
Wow.
Oh, wow. See, look, you talking about, I'm too hurt to laugh. And now, look, Tay about to flame you for the next
You just
20
brought it
minutes
on
now.
yourself.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh, God.
Mirror images.
Look. It's the same thing going on the top screen and on the bottom.
Act like you're hiding.
Lord.
Oh, my
Lord,
God.
Matt done did it now.
Okay, since I'm showing my age, stand up and show us your height.
I'm on camera.
Wow.
Alexa,
That's what
Wow.
Alexa, play
She
Caught Up
hit
in the
below
Rapture.
the
Leave that
belt,
alone.
and that
Okay.
belt's pretty low because Matt's pretty low to the ground.
Stand up.
Pete,
Damn.
shut up. So that's what we're doing?
Damn.
Okay.
Am I a chef in Italy? Or what? Am I Ratatouille? Huh? Am I Ratatouille?
Attitude.
Ratatouille.
No, what's wrong?
Yo, I cannot. Oh my God. All right, guys, pick 5.
Blink what? Blink once if you're okay.
Yeah, good.
Blink once if you're okay.
Oh my
Blink
God.
twice if you're not okay. Blink twice if he doesn't allow you to skate in the house.
Jesus.
I know, honey.
Guys, pick 5. Pick 5. All right, Jets versus Bills.
What is this hurricane noise that I'm hearing now? I feel like we're in the. I feel like we're in the Bronx.
He's driving.
Yeah.
He's probably on the Major Deacon.
So for pick 5, I started this game with a 12-game lead over everybody else. But oh, look at how the tides have turned. It's getting close.
I predicted this.
It's
I
getting
predicted this.
It's getting close, Niecy. Niecy, it's getting close. So you know what that may mean, right?
If
Now,
Tay 3-peat, y'all, we done. We're not doing this shit.
If she pulls a Tom Brady,
if I pull that Tom Brady,
Well, technically, if the Eagles win the division, she wouldn't have won last year.
you know what? I look
Yes.
back on that episode, and I don't
No, you
recall.
didn't.
So
You don't recall. Oh, you don't recall. Okay. I'm going to find it.
And
I'm
you know
going to
what?
find it.
You know what? You move the goalposts all the time, so I'm gonna.
I really did not. I did not move the goalposts at all. I did not move the goalposts.
Okay,
What are you
all right.
talking
You know
about?
what? Fuck around and find out. I'm gonna be. Don't play with me. Fuck around and find out. Don't play
You
with
were
me.
wrong. And
No,
Pete, you need to stand up and actually say the truth. That she chose the Giants, and I chose the
I keep
Eagles.
saying, but the thing is, that's where you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Yes, he is wrong because I did not choose the Giants. I chose the Cowboys to win the division. I did so.
Find this clip, you have to give a public apology. I swear.
What episode was it? Because I don't
remember the episode.
Are we talking about for this year?
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
I chose the Cowboys.
Okay,
you chose the Giants.
I have that written down.
I did not.
I have that written down.
You didn't write it down. This is me and her talking.
I chose the Cowboys. I chose the Cowboys.
We was talking about how we're gonna figure out the tiebreaker.
We all created this list. That's how this whole thing
that's not the
started.
conversation.
You know what? You know how we're gonna solve this?
Nope.
I'm just gonna get on my knees and we're just gonna scrap.
Jokes. So we're doing.
We're doing jokes. It's gonna be a fair fight.
What we're doing. We're doing jokes.
May the best.
If we're talking,
it was a conversation, Pete. It was a conversation about how we was going to separate the tiebreaker.
But let me tell you something. I still won. But Pete, just for shit,
if we were talking about this year, Tay did pick the Cowboys to win the division this year. In the episode that we did where we made all of our preseason picks, Tay did pick the Cowboys this year.
Now,
if this was a separate conversation.
I know I'm a Giants fan. I know that I've been getting my life together from the Pete Davidson, Eli Manning content that's been coming out all week. If you haven't seen it on Instagram, it is great. But I would never, and I'm not a betting woman, I would never bet my reign on the Giants.
But you bet it on the Cowboys, you said?
Well, the Giants have consistently who would have known? The Giants are playing like the Giants now, by the way.
Yeah, we said it. We said it was going to happen.
Of course. But you know what? I'm always going to... Let me tell you why this is important to me. Because the first time I won, you guys diminished my win by saying that I tacked on to you and Pete's votes. And that's why I didn't want to play it anymore.
That was the first round.
Yeah, but still.
In the second round, I got jerked. Technically, the first one I got jerked.
You see? You still diminish it. He's still diminishing. He's still
Jack Tunney, though, Tay. Jack Tunney.
So you know what? I'm not going to relinquish anything. We're just going to be co-turns.
Nope. Because when the Eagles win the division, I won.
No. It's not going to happen.
They would have beaten the Cowboys and the Giants.
It's not going to happen.
I win.
I'm not going to happen. I'm not relinquishing shit.
We already agreed on it.
No.
We agreed
you move the goalpost every episode.
I didn't move no damn goalpost.
Well, I'm moving it now. Period.
Well, too bad.
The other two members of the podcast have to. Let me tell you something. You put Dre through hell because we've been trying to figure out a realistic way to settle the score, right?
What score?
I was down for whatever. I even said I would get down on my knees so we're eye level and scrap. That's how it's going to be resolved now. You know what? I'm going to go to wherever the hell you live, Eaglestown, Maryland, wherever the hell. I have no idea where you are. I will drive my own vehicle, pay for my own gas, and you know what? We're going to tape our knuckles together and we're just going to slap box.
Are we going to finish the Big Five? I know you do.
This took a very violent turn that I was not ready for.
I kind of want to see the slap boxing. Not going to lie to you.
Wait a minute.
Oh, but you didn't want to see the slap boxing last week when she was trying to meet up with you, right?
We cannot, and I tried.
Oh, yes, you tried. I'm not slap boxing, Tay.
So, we have three options here.
I've been slapped by my mama enough in my life. I ain't slap boxing, Tay.
We have three options here, and this is where it gets serious, right? We have three options here. Option one. You finally got your goddamn picture on the goddamn thing. Be happy, okay? Because I even advocated for it. So we either be co-champions. I can do that too. We can be co-champions. And go on out there. Okay.
I know how to reverse it.
I can too.
I do too.
And I do too.
I wrestle. So like I know how to.
Okay. Option two, you didn't want. We can't play basketball because I would Shaq dunk on your ass.
You won't, but go ahead.
Play football against each other. You know how that's gonna work.
They're not beating me in basketball. So
he gonna wear He gonna wear his Muggsy Bogues jersey. Hold up.
He's got a lot of jokes over there.
Pete, why you tack it on? Why you tack it on? Nah, he can't. Nah, he can't.
Because let me tell you something.
Nah,
If anybody else wouldn't have won, y'all would not have diminished their win like y'all diminished mine. And that's sexist. And racist.
Yeah.
I was really in my feelings about that.
Hold on, what happened? What just happened?
Well, I said what I said. But at the end of the day,
bro?
that y'all diminished my win.
I did not.
You did. Y'all
I only diminished the trivia part. Pete set me up for failure. I stick by that. He definitely did.
That was the logical. That made the most logical sense. Like, we were in the middle of a pandemic. Like, how else do you decide who's gonna win? Well, we're gonna do odds and evens, rock paper scissors.
Issue.
Yeah, rock paper scissors probably would have worked.
Yeah,
rock paper. You know what?
No, not doing it.
Today's the day we figure this shit out.
Nope.
We
decided with the division.
I think we take a poll.
No.
I think we take a poll.
That's what I'm talking about. You're setting me up for failure. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why? People like you. People who know you listen to this podcast more than they know me.
It's not true.
I'm doing this podcast incognito. You know what? Let's just take this co-championship. You know what? We could take all of pick 5. And you know what we could do? We could shine it up real nice. We could buy it a meal.
He's watching Young Rock.
No.
We could even.
Oh no.
He's watching Young Rock before he got on the show. That's what happened.
No, I have not even watched an episode of that show in like 2 years.
Has it really been that long? It's been
He cut me off in the middle of it. He cut me off. So.
And a promo. Go ahead. Finish the promo.
The moment has passed. The moment has passed.
You're gonna call me a candy ass too, right? That's what we're gonna go with this. That's what we're going.
Woody Pooh. Nah, that was all right. I've had it.
Shit.
Don't make me put my bonnet back on, Matt.
I need to wear one. My hair fucked up right now.
Yeah, I see.
Damn.
Nah, it's fucked up.
I'm picking the Jets, by the way, Dre.
I'm picking it. I'm picking the Bills. Picking the Bills.
Let me call my daughter too. Hold on.
Give me a. Let me finish.
Queen, who do you have? The Jets or the Bills?
Oh, fuck it. Give me a minute.
Who do you have?
You said the Jets and the Bills?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a very important game. So I'm going to rock.
It is.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to go with the Jets.
Can we explain to our viewers, because we don't do enough of this, why is it an important game?
It's for the AFC.
Well, so right now the Bills are still at the top of the AFC East, and the Jets have already.
I'm Peter Rosado, and I'm going to talk all around the world until I get to an end.
You said what, Pete?
If the Jets were to beat the Bills for the second time and go 2-0 in the division, if they somehow ended up tied at the top of the division, the Jets would own the tiebreaker over the Bills for home field advantage and the division.
So they would they get? No, they're not the best team in the AFC in general. So
if they ended up tied, if they ended up tied at the top of the division, the Jets would get the division because they'd beaten the Bills twice. If they tie 1-1, then there's a bunch of other tiebreakers that ended up happening in those kinds of situations. But I don't think Josh Allen is truly healthy. And there's a part of me that kind of wants them to sit Josh Allen because I do think the Bills can be very dangerous in the playoffs. And I think they run the risk of really further injuring Josh Allen, considering that he is the focal point of that offense. They don't really have a running game. And so Josh Allen's still going to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game. And when you have an issue with your elbow ligaments, especially the UCL, you never know when that's fully going to snap. And God forbid, he's out there and, one wrong pass and Josh Allen's season could be over and that could be it. The entire Bills season would be over in that one moment.
Right.
You're so right. With that being said, I'm going with the Bills. I can't fathom the Jets beating the Bills twice.
I'm gonna love it because when it happens,
I mean, I couldn't even fathom them doing it the first time, Tay, and they did it. I was shocked.
facts. What? And they had Von Miller.
I
That's the
wasn't
crazy thing.
I
I
wasn't
think
so
that
shocked.
first game,
I wasn't so shocked because of the direction in which that game was going.
The way the game was played in that first quarter,
well,
it was
when
it
you go
wasn't
into that
it
game,
wasn't. Go ahead, Pete.
I think both myself and Matt may have both
My man.
Bills in that matchup against the Jets and taken that L when the Jets ended up winning. I mean, and we still had Zach Wilson starting. Like, it's a completely different situation now with Mike White finally starting over Zach Wilson.
Right, but we're talking about a team that people have slated. Many people have slated at the beginning of the season. Now, obviously, they are going through the pains that kind of what the Chiefs went through last season. Um, kind of having an injured, star quarterback, and this is supposed to be their time, and the season is not really going the way. Even though the season's not going the way that they thought it would, it's still a really successful season. And while I think this game is going to be tighter than a lot of people think it is, like
Mhm.
people see this being maybe like a down to a field goal, down to maybe a one possession game. And I could see that too. I could see it going down the wire. But I really feel like later on in the season, this is where the championships are decided. I feel like this is where we see, who's going to stand the test of the rest of the season,
Right.
how seeding is going to play out. And I feel like the Bills are going to win because they have to.
Right.
I feel the Jets, if they don't win, it's not going to tarnish anything that they are accomplishing this season. I feel like if the Bills lost to the Jets twice, you kind of start to question if this team can go the distance. And there's no offense to the Jets because their defense is stellar. They've been playing amazing football, the best football they've played in years. So it's nothing against the Jets, but I'm just talking about where people expected the Bills to be at this point in the season. It is a must win and it is an important game. So that's why I feel like I can trust Josh Allen to kind of put on the best show he can, if that makes any sense.
No, that makes 1,000% sense. Josh Allen has shown he can play big in big moments, but he has to. This is going to be a big test for him, and we're saying it's a big test, and it's the Jets, and the Jets are notoriously not the best team, but the Jets have been playing.
They've been playing balls to wall.
They've been playing. Yeah, exactly. So this is a game that can easily be lost if they don't take it serious. So move forward. Eagles versus Giants.
I mean, if the Giants don't win this game, I mean, can I just say shout out to the NFC East because
Mm-hmm.
they've been the most competitive division in football across the
Yeah.
league on both sides of the coin. So this was a division that a couple of years ago, like no one gave a shit about.
Shit, literally up to last year.
Yeah, up until last season, no one thought that the Eagles or the Cowboys. I mean, you would see the Eagles kind of getting into the wild card berth and
Mm-hmm.
doing good things and this and the third. And the Cowboys, they always shit the bed when it comes to the playoff situation. But
Mm-hmm.
just the competitiveness of the Commanders, the competitiveness of the Giants, I feel like they overperformed. That that draw last Sunday between the Commanders and the Giants, to me, should have been a win for the Giants.
Yes.
But how many times are the Giants going to could have, should have, would have, and not? That's been happening too much recently.
Mm-hmm.
Every loss could have been a win. Every single one, apart from that first Dallas Cowboys game, could have been a win. With that being said, this hurts me to say, and this might hurt my chances in the standings. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
No, that was a hard pick for you.
Yeah.
That was a hard pick for you. Um,
It's hard, and I still might have a change of heart later on.
yeah.
But as of right now, I want the Giants to win. I want them to have good positioning for the wild card. Like I want them to make the playoffs and all that good stuff. But like, you know, they're getting kind of sloppy. People are figuring out the run game. They're relying too much on the run, and Saquon is not, getting the yardage that they're not setting him up for success. Their offensive line is not setting him up for the right type of yardage that they need for their run game to be complete. I've been
Mhm.
seeing that Daniel Jones he's great with his legs. He's good with the passing. But when you have defenses that are figuring this out at this point in the season, you have to switch it up. And when you are a kicker, you have to make this hold on. You have to make those kicks.
Right. You have to. And so when it comes down to the Giants and the Eagles, I feel that uh, the Giants have been playing pretty good defense this season, but the Eagles have been playing all around the best football in the league, bar none. That loss was a wake up call, and we thought it wasn't going to be. We thought it was going to be. Well, here comes the slope, and the Eagles have continued to climb and climb and climb. They could very well only have one loss this season.
Yeah,
What I
but you
miss?
know what too? But shit, so much. But you know what too? And I don't like I'm not big on diminishing anybody's records.
Hmm.
But they really got lucky with the schedule that they had,
Who you talking about?
the
The
Eagles.
Eagles.
They got lucky.
Mhm.
They did not have which game can you point out to say, hey, look, they beat a real competitor and really like I'm not even saying like anything to diminish it because they are playing great football.
Yeah,
But when you look at their schedule,
I'm going back and looking.
yeah,
So they the first game of the season, preseason. Okay, they had a third. They beat the Lions by 38-35. The first
okay,
game.
the Lions.
The Vikings they beat 24-7.
The Vikings never get it together until week 7.
Mm-hmm. The Vikings are playing good most of the season though. Outside of that game,
But they're stronger towards the end.
Eagles beat up on the Commanders. The Commanders didn't start playing good until recently. Um, they beat the Jaguars. They won by 3 to the Cardinals. They won by 11 by 9 to the Cowboys. They beat up on the Steelers. They beat up on the Texans. They beat up on the Commanders again. They barely won. They barely beat the Colts. They beat the Packers by a touchdown. They beat up on the Titans, and now we're here at the final stretch. They got to play the Giants twice, and they have the Cowboys in the schedule. The Bears, I see them as a win, and the Saints could be like playoff busters for them in terms of movement. So the last part of the schedule has been a little bit more tougher than the beginning, but I do think that I really do think that the Eagles could end up with only one win, one loss this season.
Yeah,
So,
it's doable.
mhm.
It's doable.
Yeah. So with that being said, I am picking the Eagles as well. Matt, who you got?
This is the second game.
Yes.
The Eagles versus the. It's not the Giants. It's not
No, the Eagles, the Giants. This is their first game.
the Eagles Giants.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, they play
Yeah.
another time at the end of the year, yeah.
They play the last game of the season, which is probably going to be the biggest game for probably more so the Giants by then than the Eagles, depending on what the Eagles do.
I
these
feel
next
like all
couple
the
weeks.
games in Week 18 this year are all division games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, all of them are division games. But it's usually like that at the end of the year. The division game is usually like the last couple division games of the season. Oh,
Or like the last 2
but
games of the year.
yeah. Are we all going with the Eagles though? Pete, you got the Eagles as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles, but I think there's the Giants in this game. This is going to be a game that gives us a very big insight into what the Giants can be moving forward. If this is not a competitive game, then I think a lot of what we thought the Giants were going to be loses a lot of steam. But if the Giants can stay competitive, and they have the one thing that the Eagles, that they have the biggest kryptonite for the Eagles right now, and that is a rushing attack.
Yeah. Even though Saquon
You know,
Barkley's not 100%.
That's what.
yeah.
That's
So
what we were just talking about, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really need Barkley, but this is going to be a very big game to see what the state of the Giants is moving forward. But I am taking the Eagles in this game.
But you know what? I think. Can I be honest though? Like, can we just say like the Giants overperformed this year?
Yeah.
So did the Jets.
Well,
100%. 100%.
Overperformed this year, and I feel like with the Giants, their stock is rising.
You need a better quarterback.
I think
Hey, when the Giants were 6-0, sorry.
I don't think the Giants need a better quarterback. They are without some of their key pieces, and that's not to be ignored as well.
That's why
you
they need
gotta wonder
OBJ.
what Daniel Jones could be like, and what could this team be if Daniel Jones had somebody to throw the ball to? They legitimately have no one to throw the ball to. That's one.
So get OBJ.
But secondly,
So get OBJ.
Tay, when the Giants were 6-0, I said it right here on this on air. The Giants could lose out the rest of the year and 6-11. And I thought they would have already still had a better season than most people thought they were going to have.
Same.
I'm losing reception. I don't know why the reception out here is so terrible.
I think that, like I said, the Jets have the receivers. The Giants have the quarterback. If you switch either one, I think the records are a little bit better on both sides. But again, with that,
switch which quarterbacks, Dre?
I said if the Giants have the quarterback, the Jets have the receivers. If you put the Jets receivers on the Giants, if you put Daniel Jones on the Jets, because the Jets have a better offensive.
Against the screen, I have to get a
No, you good. If you have the Jets,
I
have Daniel Jones.
I'm waiting for Matt to send me his address because we're gonna slap box.
I got you.
If Matt have Daniel Jones, because the Jets have a hell of an offense. The Jets have a hell of an offensive line, and it's very underrated this season. It's just that they don't have anybody who could throw the ball.
Yeah, but
and they have a true number one receiver in Garrett Wilson.
I don't get what people expect from Daniel Jones when Sterling Shepard is out. Slayton is like.
Slayton is iffy.
Is iffy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not expecting much out of him. I'm just saying, as far as his talent, he's not like a world beater quarterback. That like, I'm not saying he's bad. Like he's terrible. He's not exactly like freaking Baker Mayfield, but you know he has some talent. But I don't look at him like as in the same light as I would look at a Russell Wilson or like not even a Dak Prescott at this juncture. So I mean, like I wouldn't say like if you have tiers in quarterbacks. Daniel Jones is more like a tier 3, tier 4.
I think he's more tier 2 because the name. Now here's why. The names that you mentioned are tier 1 quarterbacks.
I don't think Dak Prescott's a tier 1 quarterback.
The injuries out. If we destroy and take away his injuries, Dak Prescott is a tier 1 quarterback. We've seen it.
Dak Prescott has weapons, and he still has managed to shit the bed. So I'm not going to sit there and say that.
You put him in any other, but
that's the Cowboys way, you know.
You could put him in,
Like,
if you put him in the Belichick offense, he's winning. If you put him in even Ron Rivera's offense, he's winning. If you put him in anybody, even old Tom Coughlin from back in
yeah.
the days, he's winning.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? The problem with the Giants is that they can't stay healthy long enough to be a cohesive unit. And the thing is, when you look at what they could have been this season and still did really well, like I don't like giving participation trophies. That's not me. But
Who you
like
talking about?
just
The
in
Giants
general.
in general.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Giants.
I don't like to give participation trophies. That's not me. You get what I'm saying? So they did well. Now we can hope that they can make the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see. Look around and find out.
Jesus, my
Sure.
kids. I don't
For
understand my
sure.
kids, bro. I really don't.
Your
Tay,
kids
look at
are
this.
secret
Tay,
agents.
look at this. Look at this.
You see, art imitates life.
This is ridiculous.
Chiefs and Broncos. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Get the fuck out
Um,
of here.
I'm going with the
Yeah.
Chiefs,
We ain't got no choice. Fucking
but you know
Broncos
what?
suck.
The Chiefs. I mean, my boy, who I've been singing his praises since his LSU days, they
Mm-hmm.
they showed some life last week. They showed they're not ready to give it up yet.
Yeah, they could beat the Chiefs. Let's not let's
Oh, the
not.
Chiefs are beatable. The
Yeah, the
Chiefs are always
Chiefs are
gonna be beatable.
beatable. The Chiefs are not the world beaters that they have been the past couple years. Let's make it clear. But Patrick Mahomes is also on God mode right now. So even with that loss,
Right now, he's been
that
on God
surprising
mode this
loss.
whole season.
That's what I said. Right now, this season.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm
So
shocked that they lost to the Bengals though. I thought they would have had that.
I'm not.
I think Joe Burrow is still like, listen, I'm still here. I'm still here. I've had a somewhat yards wise, stats wise, he hasn't really had a shitty season. But if we look at the
He keeps
other
getting
stats
hit.
about him, he gets
He
hit
keeps getting
all the
hit.
time.
Yeah.
He gets hit more than a boxer at this point. So
Well,
with that being
they're
said,
supposed to repair that damn O line. They made some
they
moves
did it.
and
They
clearly.
did. So I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm sure we don't have to spend too much time on this one. Pete and Matt, I'm sure you guys are both picking the Chiefs as well, right?
Of course. I think
Pete,
Pete is
Peter
stuck
picked
on the
them damn
Matrix.
Broncos, man.
Nah, he ain't going.
We'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Bucks and Niners.
Shit. I don't know, bro. But then again, the Niners they are like injury stricken, bro.
Yeah.
They are injury stricken, bro. Like so, I want to say I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay but I just don't trust their offense against the 49ers defense, and I feel like the 49ers defense is really gonna have to step the fuck up even more, being that they're on like their what third or fourth string quarterback. So it's like I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers.
As much as I want to see Psycho T go off again, I think the 49ers got this one.
So you think it's gonna be a game with the defense, right?
I think it's going to be the game of the defense, and the only issue is that the better defense is the Niners defense.
Yeah.
It's hard to go against Tom Brady, especially what he did last week. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know even know who the 49ers quarterback is. But
Yeah,
either
I
one
don't
of
either.
us, are we
You
throwing the
asking the
ball?
wrong.
Are we playing on Sunday? Are we playing tomorrow?
No, it gotta be somebody. I don't know.
Yeah. But with that said, I think the overall better team is the Niners, so I'm going to go with the Niners.
Yo, how long Jimmy G done for this? He's done for the season, right?
Yes.
Damn.
Matt,
Damn.
but so Tay, who do you have?
You know she going with Tom Brady.
I, mm, I too am gonna go with the 49ers.
Okay.
That one I'm not sitting well with. That one and the Giants one I'm not really sitting well with because I feel like the Giants could pull it off.
Well, they have the strength of the Eagles' weaknesses. Again, they're strong on their rush, and the Eagles are not really great at shutting down the rush. So it's a
The
great
problem with
possibility the Giants could pull off a win.
I agree, but the problem with the Giants is that
They
as Tay
can't stop
mentioned,
Jalen Hurts.
that's one, and then two, the inconsistencies when it comes to rushing the ball, because you're gonna keep throwing out Saquon Barkley. I guess I know the Eagles are not the best at stopping the run. That is their Achilles heel, but the Eagles will get the stop when it counts. And that's what I'm concerned about the game, which is why I didn't pick the Giants. Because the Giants will probably could route them on the floor, but Daniel Jones is not going to be able to throw the ball against them. So, Dolphins and Chargers.
Dolphins.
Nah,
Only because I don't trust the Chargers' defense at all.
I don't either.
I too I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Okay, and I'm going with the Dolphins as well.
Yeah, Dre.
Uh huh.
If you disregard Pete's counts, I wouldn't mind. Thank you. I didn't think getting this close was possible.
Listen, I didn't think so either.
It's been slow and steady for me. I've been very meticulous with my choices.
Yeah. Listen, I'll usually make my move in the playoffs. So, listen, who knows? But if Tay fuck around and three-peat, this shit gonna be crazy.
I'm here for it. Shit. Anybody
Listen.
but Pete. Anybody but Pete.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
when I
care.
said for y'all to give me y'all points last week, nobody wanted to jump.
I never heard
Oh.
that, so I don't even know what
Yeah,
you're
no,
talking
Matt didn't say it. I had a lot of hate in my blood last week. So I'm good now. I'm better. I had a Snickers. I'm good.
I noticed.
Yeah.
about.
I did say everybody should have gone 5-0, so you would have been right there too. You'd have been right there if we all would have went 5-0 instead of going with the with the bye week. But you only wanted the 5 points.
No, but no, we should have had a tiered system.
Listen, we both got it. We both have a chance. I'm only 2 behind you.
That's
I'm
good.
taking.
Yeah, you tanking for what? Tanking for what?
No. I don't want to say
All
Trevor
right.
Lawrence.
All right, let's get into today's topics right about now. I finally found the song. Like, I finally found it.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
I got you. So,
I'm going to use it every time I go to work.
all right, let's start off with the main topic that's been on everybody's mind since yesterday, because it happened yesterday. Brittney Griner returning to the U.S.
That was I thought it was 2 days ago.
2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
You made it
2
home
days ago.
yesterday.
There has been a lot of controversy about
By
her.
idiots. Go ahead, say it.
about
By
her
idiots.
coming home.
Just idiots.
Because
Candace Owens, idiot. Donald Trump, nigga, idiot.
we don't like.
But you know what's so crazy? The blatant spreading of misinformation.
Right. Go ahead, take off.
The Marine,
Make it a smoke section. Give it a smoke section. Go ahead. Give it to him.
Yeah. Everybody, yeah, they deserve the smoke section. So Tay, we about to give you the smoke section.
So after months and months and months of back and forth between the U.S. and Russia, in the middle of tensions due to the Ukrainian crisis, right? We were able to secure safe return for Brittney Griner, right? We as in the United States of America. Now, several people have advocated for this. President Biden has said that this was a priority. He delivered on that promise, right? Now, she was wrongfully detained and subjected to conditions that were inhumane. Now, I say that to not say that there are other prisoners held in international jails who deserve a chance to come home. What I'm not going to accept, right, is people using this to say she didn't deserve to come home because somebody else did. Can we have a start? Can this show that this is possible? That we can continue to negotiate for the releases of Americans who are held for nonviolent crimes in other countries, right? Now, there's been so many discrepancies. Micah Parsons spoke. He had no business speaking. He said, nah, we left the Marine, right? And no offense at all to Paul Whelan, who's been held there since the previous administration, right? No offense. But to say that we left a Marine is factually inaccurate. Whelan was dishonorably discharged from the Marines almost 20 years ago. So they're using this narrative to make the people mad that they brought this black, queer, professional basketball player back over a decorated war hero and using the oldest picture to trick you guys into thinking that this was a terrible thing. And guess what's happening? It is working. It is working. And that is what's wrong with this country. Now, Donald Trump talks all that mess. And this is apart from politics. Homie was captured under your administration, bro. And you and Putin was cool. Why didn't you do anything to get him home? Why? Why are we so hell-bent on allowing people to tell us lies in our faces to fit our prejudice? And you fall for it every time. Every single goddamn time. This woman is home. And you know what's even worse? She had to play in Russia because the WNBA, a professional basketball league in the United States of America, does not pay their players more than what I get paid. And that is a problem. These women have to leave their families every year for months in these war-torn countries. Yes, they're usually treated like royalty, right? But to make a livable wage for being a professional athlete. So this begs a bigger question. When are changes going to be made to pay these women way more? We're talking about Aaron Judge. It's a completely different league. Don't get me wrong. He's making $360 million over 9 years. And I don't think that collectively takes up the entire salary for these WNBA players. There is a discrepancy. She shouldn't have had to be there. Okay? There are innocent Americans sitting in prisons around the world. And they're talking about, oh, there's this arms dealer that she was traded with. He served most of his sentence and he was getting around to getting out soon anyway. You know that, right? And to be honest with you, do your research. If anybody should be mad that this person existed and dealt arms to Americans and stuff like that, should be Africans. He decimated the Congo, fed into that genocide, fed into that genocide. Okay? But you guys are choosing to be wrong about the wrong. Like, you guys are just choosing to be misinformed about everything. Like, because Trump says, oh, a war hero and this guy. Yo, that shit is beyond me. And rant. You guys can go.
Go ahead, Matt.
She said everything I needed to say. Like that was it. I think it's just stupid. Like I don't understand why everybody got to find a bone to pick with everything that's good in the world. Like her being freed it should have been priority. She got arrested for a political agenda. It wasn't nothing like it wasn't nothing like she murdered anybody or she did something like crazy. She got arrested for a vape pen that had weed in it. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
She got arrested for something that she's done before.
Exactly. Honestly, it was just I felt like it was a bargaining chip, or it was more like you better not stick your nose into this takeover, and this is my bargaining chip to make sure that you don't. So I mean, it wasn't for the right reasons. It was just a political agenda. It was a political coup. That was all that it was. So like everybody making this into something that it shouldn't be because because of the arms dealer or whatever the case may be. A lot of y'all don't even know what
What
exactly
that
he did.
is.
Yeah, like that. It's just like I said, people just talk just to talk or to sound smart. Candace Owens, she gets on my fucking nerve, and I knew you shouldn't put down like
They
other.
all do. They
Yeah,
all
like
do. They all do because they're not doing it. When you willfully spread misinformation, you're doing that to dupe people into feeling how you feel, so you can make money off of them, so that you can sell products off of them, and
everybody took.
make feel like this is some false sense of security. We got to take our country back. We're losing our country. We're doing this. This skewed shit. It's beyond me. And I can talk about this. A lot of people don't know this, but I have a master's. My first master's is in political science. And I studied internationally in these countries. I studied in Egypt. I studied in Greece. I studied in Brazil. I studied in Argentina. Okay? So I see what fuck around and find out really meant. Lived amongst the people. And here, I've never seen a group of millions of people have access to so much and do so little with it.
Hmm.
We have so much and we do so little and we squander so much. And this is not a liberal thing, a conservative thing, a Republican thing, a Democrat thing. I couldn't care less. This is when I get into my shit about like the R. Kellys of the world and all the stuff like this. This is how I feel about us, right? Vengeance is not mine. If you're a religious person, vengeance is the Lord's. If you are a officer of the court, vengeance is yours. If you believe in the law, vengeance is the law's. But I have a morality as a woman, as a human, as a mother, right? As a person, a decent person, that if I'm going to use a public platform, I'm going to make sure what I'm saying makes sense. Make it make sense. America don't give a fuck about black queer women. That's why she had to go over there. And now that we brought her home. People say marriage is between a man and a woman. Her wife spent 294 days getting her home. That's not love?
And graduated and became a lawyer.
About? What are we doing here?
Make sure you add that. Add that. She graduated and became a lawyer in the process. So yeah,
You see?
hats off to that woman.
Right.
Another black woman black women, if you want to understand America, understand it from the lens of a black woman. Because that's when you see how ugly, how disgusting people treat, how we treat the excess in which we have. And we, as black Americans in this country, we still don't have it all. But y'all want to sit there and listen to fucking R. Kelly, though. Y'all want to sit there and talk about comparative politics, though. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. You're being lied to. That's on period.
Yeah, I think we should just end the show right there.
I ain't got nothing on that. Yeah.
Nah, it's nothing to follow up on that. Everything Tay said is right. We are, but people are uninformed and just say shit just to say shit half the time, and because they say shit just to say shit, that's how lies and rumors get started. That's how false narratives get spread.
That's how
This is why
elections
people,
get stolen.
yeah, this is how elections get stolen.
Yeah, I was
That's
watching
how
Scandal.
this is how January 6th happens. You feel me?
Fuck around and find out. That's on period.
Yeah.
We have anything else to talk about? There's some big other sports news.
The World Cup.
Well, Peter's not here.
Peter's not here.
All I know is that there was an upset today. Lost connection and spotty out here at the side of Jersey. Brazil and Portugal are both bounced from the World Cup. They were the favorites. Morocco defeated Portugal 1-0 to become the first African nation to reach the semifinals of the World Cup. So that's something to talk about.
Definitely. We gotta love it for our people. We gotta love it for our people. The World Cup has been everywhere. I know a lot of people lost interest in a lot of, let's say, casual viewers have lost interest in the World Cup after USA got eliminated. But the hardcore fans were pushing for Portugal and Brazil. A lot of people I didn't even know watch soccer was pushing for Brazil. As with them being eliminated again, the World Cup is really up for grabs right now. It's I can't wait to see it. We mentioned about just to get through some of this. We mentioned about Aaron Judge getting 390 to stay and 39 390 right for 9 years to stay. Matt has been making this point that maybe the Yankees shouldn't have got kept him. The reason being is that the Yankees are too reliant on him for it, for what he does, and then he hasn't showed up in the playoff series or the wild card series that he's been in. He hasn't really showed up. I get it. The Yankees are like the Celtics, like the Lakers. If you want to sign big names and keep big names, you got to pay the big names. But when you become too reliant on the big names and do not have pieces around those names that can help, like adequate pitching, you will continue to lose. You will continue to lose.
Do you think when it comes to Aaron Judge, I'm sorry. What do you think when it comes to Aaron Judge? Do you think it matters now if they win the World Series, or do you think
No.
his legacy as the home run champ? You think I think that's what the fans are gonna pay attention to.
Everybody talking about you need superstars just to have butts in your seats. But what does the butts in the seats mean if you're not winning the World Series? Like their most complete team was 98 in my book. Truth be told, that was their most complete team. Well, yeah, they won championships after that, but it's like it just became a whole celebrity-driven or like all-star, superstar-driven thing, and that's not gonna. That's not. I'm sorry. That's not. That's not gonna equate to World Series. It's just going to equate to like, I guess, moments like him breaking records and shit like that. Yeah, he's a great outfielder, but like I said, though, the biggest problem that the Yankees have is their pitching. They need to shake, rattle, and roll and get some goddamn pitchers.
Yeah, shake, rattle, and roll is for sure, and get them some damn help in the pitching department. The Yankees don't close games anymore, and it's fucking ridiculous that they cannot close games anymore. Like, I don't understand how a team that everybody would want to go to is not getting the pieces. Uh, Jacob DeGrom, the Mets ace for some years. Um, he went over to Colorado, so something's going on with the Mets. But they instead of once they lost him, they got Justin Verlander, formerly of the cheating ass Astros. But
Ain't nobody gonna let that go.
no,
Ain't nobody.
nope, never gonna let it go. Why? Why should I let it go? Them niggas
He don't even call he don't even call them the Astros. He's like, yo, the cheaters, the Houston
the
cheaters.
the Houston
Yeah.
cheaters. Yeah. Something that we kind of skipped over when we spoke about pick 5. Lamar Jackson is hurt.
Saw that
And
coming.
yeah, yeah. I think we some of us called it.
We
A
called it
couple of us
before the
called it.
season.
Yeah,
We
we
called it
called it
before
before the
the
season. Like
season.
we just hope he don't get hurt and
In the
hurt.
season that he didn't need to get hurt in.
And the season where at the beginning of the year and most of the year he was top 2 or 3 in
Mediocre.
MVP.
He was mediocre to me.
He was mediocre, but he was also MVP. he was
Yeah, he was
damn near
running
MVP.
MVP, but I'm just it was
Yeah.
more like you could tell that he's like,
The
all right,
team
I'm
was
just gonna show
mediocre.
y'all. Yeah, yeah.
The
I
team was
guess
mediocre for
that's the
sure.
best way to say it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the team was trash. Well, the defense aspect of the team was trash.
He reminds
But
me of the Ravens
that,
remind me of the Giants, where Lamar Jackson don't got nobody to throw to either.
well, they let what's the name walk. Now
He
he
let
on the
Hollywood
Eagles.
Brown walk. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Out- enjoying himself, about to have a first round bye in the damn playoffs.
hey, they let boy walk. I could mention the same thing to Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. Them like that love affair ended, and now both of them is looking like they're not making the playoffs.
That's fun. That one is funnier to me than anything.
It's fucking
Like,
dumb. I
you would have
blame
thought
Aaron Rodgers for that.
you thought Derek Carr got injured this year. Nope. Derek Carr been perfectly healthy the whole year
I
with
don't know what
all
the
his
fuck his
weapons.
problem. I
With
don't know
all his
what the fuck
weapons.
his problem is.
And
That
doing that
is
goddamn thing.
ridiculous. It makes no sense. You could tell he losing his job this year. He definitely losing his job this year.
Mm-hmm. He lucky
And
he
then
didn't lose
Devontae
it to.
Adams, huh?
He lucky he didn't lose it to the next person we about to speak about.
Who Tom Brady?
No, goddamn
If
Baker
you say
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, I'm getting the fuck off this
Your
goddamn.
favorite quarter.
Yeah.
Y'all got to relax.
Oh
Like,
no, I don't like Baker Mayfield at all.
no, I'm just saying there's too much people talking like he was Jesus coming. The
He
fucking
played.
Raiders.
He played
It
like
was
his life depended on it,
It
though.
was the fucking Raiders, bro. The Raiders. We was just laughing about how trash they are.
Yeah,
It's the Raiders.
but do we think that Baker Mayfield's better than Derek Carr? Okay, that's what I thought. Like
Y'all gotta relax.
Baker Mayfield is right now is going to be the second string quarterback. I think Matthew Ashford comes back at some point in time this year, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's done for the season. If he's done for the season, then yeah,
that's the only reason why they got him.
Well,
He's
Baker
hurt.
Mayfield is playing for his job. He's playing for his NFL life. He might turn into damn Mark Sanchez soon. So
why would you disrespect Mark?
It's not. No. That wasn't a Jets jab or anything like that. Mark Sanchez was serviceable, but he needs a serviceable quarterback.
I'm gonna need everybody to relax. This is not gonna be a Geno Smith type story for Baker Mayfield. This is clipped. Y'all gotta relax.
To be fair,
Stop. Please stop.
Can we take a look at the Rams' upcoming schedule?
Ain't gonna mean nothing.
You never fucking know.
It ain't gonna mean nothing. Let me see this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see this schedule. Hold up. Let me see this shit.
Yeah.
I'm having it. Oh, here we go. All right, cool.
Uh-huh.
So let's see their schedule, their remaining schedule.
Mhm.
They got the Packers. Don't know where that's going.
Nobody knows what
Broncos.
that's.
Don't know. All right, let's.
Hey, listen,
No.
Baker Mayfield might have a job next year, bro. Like,
Oh my god.
So,
Oh my god.
so it is. They got the Packers, the
The
Broncos,
Broncos, Chargers, and
the
Seahawks.
Chargers, and the Seahawks. I see them losing that game against the Seahawks.
And the
you will go.
Chargers.
You will go 3-1. You will go 3-1.
I can see the Chargers are spotty at best.
So is the Rams. They don't got
Yes.
Cooper Cup. They don't got no weapons.
But look at who they're playing though.
I don't know,
Yo,
man.
I ain't gonna hold
It
you.
can go
My
either
man's
way,
about
but
to
I'm
a man's about to Tim Tebow it up the rest of the
right.
season,
You
bro.
gotta stop. Stop. Y'all gotta stop. I'm not. No.
Yo, he's about to Tim Tebow it up for the rest of the season.
No.
What is their record? What is their record anyway? Could they make the playoffs?
I don't even think so. What is their fucking?
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let's see. The Los Angeles Rams are they're
They're 4-9.
4-9.
They're done.
They're
They're
4-9.
done. They're done.
Yeah, they're out of it.
They're last place.
They would need a complete collapse from the rest of that division, and
I don't see the 49ers collapsing. Truth be
right, I
told.
don't see the 49ers collapsing.
And I damn sure don't see the Vikings or
the Niners should probably picked up Baker Mayfield. Then you had a better chance of collapsing. Nah, Baker Mayfield with the Niners would have been crazy. Oh,
stop. No,
not gonna lie to you.
No. He had weapons in Cleveland and he didn't do nothing with it.
But to wrap up real quick, the AFC between the AFC and the NFC, the Bills are the best team in the AFC at 9-3.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm talking about record wise. I'm not talking about.
Who do you think is the best team in the AFC?
Honestly, I still think it's the Chiefs, and they both have the same record.
The Bills and the Chiefs both have the same record, but
I think the Chiefs are.
You were right with saying with the Bills because the Bills beat the Chiefs. So
yes.
You're right by saying the Bills are the best team in the AFC.
But I feel like the Chiefs are more dangerous.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the Bengals are getting dangerous. The Bengals are a dangerous team, y'all.
Yeah,
they're tied for first. They're tied for first in the AFC North.
They are a dangerous team, y'all.
They're gonna take the AFC North with Lamar Jackson being out, so I ain't even thinking about it. I ain't worrying about it.
Yeah, right. They are. I think again, I don't see Joe Burrow and Cole making the Super Bowl, but I see them making some noise.
Yeah, I see them pissing a few people off. I
see them making some noise, and they could take out on a bad week. They could take out that Bills team.
Not if they home.
Didn't they do that last year?
It's hard to play at home.
They beat the Bills
in the weather.
Kansas City
the weather over there.
They beat Kansas City in Kansas City.
Oh, they beat Kansas City in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is Buffalo's a lot colder than Kansas City. I can tell you that. It's a lot colder out there. And honestly, if the Bills lose this game to the Jets, they won't have home field advantage. So that means a lot. So they better hope they win. They better do Bills shit and actually win that game.
I think they're going to. I think they're going to, but
don't sleep on that defense. The Jets defense is still top tier.
I definitely not sleeping on the Jets defense, but it's the Jets offense that's going to have a problem against the Bills defense. if the Jets can't throw the ball, and they're definitely not gonna run the ball, but the Jets not gonna be able to throw the ball against the Bills. The Bills are they're gonna pick everything off. As soon as Diggs sees somebody getting ready to throw the ball, he's gonna be there. So I'm saying not Diggs, sorry, somebody else. But in the, and in the NFC, the Eagles are 11-1. The Vikings are 10-2, and then from there, the Cowboys are 9-3. The Niners are 8-4, and then the Giants and the Commanders round out the rest of the Giants and Commanders. The Seahawks round out the rest of that. They're the only other teams that can sniff those other teams I mentioned. So the playoffs are going to be wild this year, and I'm hoping somebody knocks somebody out. Like, it'd be funny if them Eagles don't make the Super Bowl this year because they get knocked out.
See it.
If they're going to get knocked out by a team. They might get knocked out by the damn Vikings.
Yeah, I don't see it. For some reason, I still don't see it. I mean, I gotta continue to pay more attention. Maybe I'll pay more attention to the Eagles this weekend, but I just don't see it. I mean, for some reason, I had hope that they would beat the Patriots. What was that? 5 years ago now?
Yeah, when they beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was some time ago. Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. It might happen. I'm not. But you can't look at me and tell me that's the best team in the league.
Who are the Eagles?
Yeah, it doesn't feel that. The record says so, but it doesn't feel that way.
Is it like the Steelers type of deal from a couple years ago?
I feel like the Steelers and the Cardinals. That's what I'm feeling, y'all.
I feel like they're a complete team. I didn't say that with the Steelers or the Cardinals, truth be told.
Yeah, we were all over the Steelers. We were like, yeah, that's over for that.
Yeah, it was. Fuck around and find out.
They fucked around and found out how that other teams know how to play football. Like, I can't imagine the Eagles collapsing this far, like this close. Like, if you said the Cowboys were 11, if you said the Cowboys were 11-1, and it was about that time, yeah, it's Cowboys time. The Cowboys are gonna Cowboy.
I ain't gonna hold you. I trust that quarterback. I trust their defense.
Right.
So that's why I feel like they're more of a complete team. Coaching, I mean, the coach's not bad, but again, I don't know. Like, I'm having, like, that's why I was saying it in the beginning of the season. I'm like, like when we were talking about who's the team to watch. A lot of everybody was saying it was the Broncos. And I was saying, like, I think it's the Eagles. Like, they made the necessary moves to compete in the NFC, and look at it. They've been killing it. Granted, the schedule's been like fair weather to a degree, but you still got to win those games. And they lost to the fucking Commanders. Same Commanders team that beat the Giants, and I believe who else did they beat?
They tied the Giants. I don't think they beat the Giants. They tied them, and I think the Giants beat them earlier in the season. With the Giants.
Or they got one more game.
They have one more game. Yes, they have one more game. And then we're talking about the Commanders. The Commanders up until last week were on a 6-7 game winning streak. 6-game winning streak.
Who?
The Commanders. They started out 0-6. They won. They won 7 games and tied.
Fuck the Commanders.
You sound hurt. Like you have money on the Commanders to lose.
When they beat the Eagles, yes, I did. like that shit threw me all the way off. That's what I knew. Pick 5 was all the way fucked up. Once the Commanders beat the fucking Eagles, I was like, yeah, this clip. This real clip. Especially when the Jets beat the Bills.
Yeah.
That fucked me all the way up. I was like, all right. Pete got it this year. I ain't even gonna argue. When the Vikings was winning, Detroit was winning, then the Jets and the Giants were winning, I'm like, ain't no way in hell.
Detroit is going to be the team that messes up somebody's playoff seeding. I guarantee it.
Are the Buccaneers anywhere near the playoffs?
They're in the hunt.
They're in the hunt. I think they could make the wild card, right? No, they're not in the hunt. Actually, the Bucks
How you
have like
figure?
4. Don't the Bucks only have 4 wins this season?
No, they got 6 wins.
6. Hold on, I'm
They're
looking at the wrong.
500. They're 6-6.
That's not gonna do it.
It could. Their remaining schedule.
It
What
very
is it?
well. It's very well fucking could.
And they could, and I'm not gonna do this like how we did before. Not we, how you and Pete did before, and be like, nah, Tom not gonna do it. Because when Tom do it, everybody gonna be mad.
Here's the
So
problem.
I'm gonna shut up and let this man
The
do his
only
thing.
real test in their remaining games is the 49ers because of the defense
Mhm.
and the Bengals. I do think they can beat the Cardinals. I do know they can beat the Panthers because clearly the Panthers ain't worth shit either.
But
And
the
the
Panthers
Falcons.
also are like they have some type of offense going on. I'm like, yo, where was this when CMC was there?
Who?
The Panthers have the XFL kid as a quarterback going crazy, bro.
Hey. That's what happens when you get rid of Baker Mayfield, right?
We'll
Exactly.
see.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So, shouts to Drop Tips Network, everything that they're doing. Shouts to us, everything that we're doing on our outside lives.
They gotta stop talking about sports on their podcast.
We have to tell them to stop talking about sports in their podcast because
Yeah,
we get.
Lucas is in the group chat. Why did you like? They don't,
I said it in the group chat too.
She did say it.
I didn't see that part. What was I about to say? I forgot what. Oh, you gonna go to his match?
I said it during his. I said it during the episode that they was talking about. I said it's not yours.
Well, they really was talking about sports.
They was talking about them stupid ass Eagles.
Well, he's an Eagles
but,
fan. You know he wants to
because
talk
he's an
about the
Eagles
Eagles.
fan.
Yeah.
Well, then come on the show.
Yeah, we
You
told him to come
not
on the
to.
show. No. We told him to come on the show. He said he wanted to jinx it. He said this. He said this. I remember when the Eagles were undefeated, he said this. So, Big Baby
Oh,
Tay
you going to
wrapped
his
this up
match?
for us.
You going to
Big
his
Baby
match?
Tay wrapped this up for us.
So for shout out to the Jobbertails Network and all the shows on the network. 2.5 bros, 3.5 sisters, coffee and cafe Bustelo, all that. For the voice of a generation, Peter Rosado. For BK Matt. And for the Queen, Queen Tay, this is Big Baby signing off. Peace.
That was good. I like that. That was good.